asema na nipa ntie arrogance ene de eduru baabi a ere yeduri region ha mo hu sa me tu me nan ko single constituency akọ ka kire obi say yento aba ma candidate bi mu huye mo amene mo tena da mu kura di mo sa me fro obi say to aba ma particular candidate but ebinum de me din ko ye campaign wie ye no omo wie ye no ma konkran abronya no na agi Bawumia campaign ayere ba no kura ne se omo ba mo ho campaign omo se abronya na soma mo omo se abronya na soma se ye meye campaign ko meboa yesa mo di ho adanse ye se ma miema no amfro obi a sa nkrofo no so omo ye asa di me din ba ayere tena omo be ba mo ho but this time no omaye ma me buafu na mom mo obi nkodi obi atem ukodi do obi atem wie na so wie a wo se yankoye a unity I mean sa unity no ayi mo ana mo kreti Professor Makwe report o se ye kwa abato a ensema ye ka no eno na no andisi fo ye re eyusutie na mom wo ya propaganda na obi be yi ano dia entna social media say who didn't panatem now we are wabakasa memfa wadamfo
maybe I'm telling you the truth obia onye beman chobia but party nti enipa bi tumi kasa te so omo nye member e ba contributions yen sika omo tumi be mu kosresre and they talk as if the whole world is for them. It's not for them. And yet like some of them cannot even speak the way they speak. You go bam fie kura wo fadi ebi mo ya podcast ma wo mo on ba ro mbe true no you see ya panokura mom yanka I will not respect you but may respond to anybody unless I can go show down anybody akuma wosoro e kasa ya pe memo party mu yanko mo ya ma Minisa was got means Lessica. More here for promotion to be Casako Kugroso, near Sicafo. Please, who born dog? Number to me a talk anyhow. Who born dog? Number to me a talk anyhow. Kukuru, Kukuru, Kukuru. Cecilia, Yadu, Sono. On 2023 presidential elections, no. Or contested bill. Yenya de nyina peku transport.
Ebra COVID buy, ma men kan we na menwe. COVID buy ya. A man that I respect so much. Me buni chen any other honorable in Ghana. Ye castle obi a honorable me respect ni chen Kennedy Japan. Me buni chen any other man of God. But when COVID came, this same man who rose up against the church, thinking that we good church in anymore, and he had the audacity to say, "Onuna ya president and Kobegu one man churches in Ghana," and that the same man, he had the church vote. Oh, Kasaya, you're careful. I am telling you, the only hope, may can in there, I can be the only hope of NPP. I am Bawumia. Sanya that man now, the party will lose more than 38%. And I mean, in as much as there are bad people and bad pastors, there are equally good pastors. Be very careful what you say today, because it can be used against you tomorrow. Some of us, we are not politicized, but when it comes to the work of God, when you attack the church, we will attack you. I came with a word of caution. If NPP wants to retain power, they must be very careful. I am not politicized, but I'm telling you, you cannot rise up against the church of God and survive. You can't.
See, to abanina in your assessment, a minute.
In my assessment, former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Dobani will be winning between 55 to 60%.
Between 55 to 60%. Will be winning.
Will be winning.
Okay.
On our part, we are very sad.
All right, and we former member of parliament for Bekwai and the former first deputy speaker of parliament, Honorable Joseph Osewusu. and one year chairperson for Presidential Election Committee NPP. That's the what's he saying?
Can I want TV for friend? As I see, Alisa Hotel, Brana, or Meshia say, or more airco domestic share a Pamasi say about one of the Becos to be a mina, Bemas Mujaya Juma. It will be a man for whom say, as a Canadian Japan, Empress or Bessan, no business questions, and Nipakuchanu, is ya and yes, Rono. I don't know, Miss Anson the Barney saying. Now, Manyan and TSA, Canadian Japan say, now I'll give you more, a some comedy share, Cratanum, or man found Shimuna, then, and watch it, you say. Cratan now, the buy them from Swaba, who created because I be nipenum, and or airqua can see no, or be a him be. And was sick Cratan, or me yen, or Tintiviano, or the coma will be a and almost at my warmo, and then Musifo. Enti obi ahwem senka ebia bibi wo mo anya nka wo hwe mo ansa na wo beba hokra no nako wo yo masutie se ade we ni amem ebe ha na bibi anim sa na emom wo se wono de se de bia Canada Japan de wotumi etwa tro se amanfo sise na se bibi se si enso ntumi fa ho adanse die ma no so se constituency bi nipa me ensa to abama no na enso so no eba no wonya 0 wonya ebi nkyere nim eye de kura na odi de ka hunu se nipa me ensa to abama no abato de to ye mfa nkyere enti ye de na Canada Japan hunu se sa particular police station nipa me ensa de to abama no.
Okay, but the oja wo mu se honorable Joe say we say meeting ba ko a committee no
obi ko fa ba say one say me drive be
okay yanko
o say meeting ba ko course na na musiri kan and okay say na electoral commission for nso ebisa say na omo hunu ni sa no omo bo electoral commission for na mania
no musi
there bi na wakwa bato na wugidi say me vote ya to atwene ya nkai no am electoral commission mania dia say na wanye ni enti electoral commission dia omo che mo bo say abana ye koturu mbeda ofrenchim se bibi basabasa e bia Ghana mra ekoso abatu mo etia no ebisi dia ba bi kura no ha abatu no kura ye betwam ye nkan eno ne ade a ewo mu enti se obi ka se na ebia pact na se agreement na se MOU ne na se mo ho nti ena na o kira enye no credit se de Canada Japan crop ka se won die na ni da ho eno hunu se we nye eno otumi pointing out e ya tro ene akofisem eno mu di omo ba no before se Canada Japan ni team no be free omo office aba ho no no ma ye meeting aye se o create scene create attention eya de keka no ma plan e afirifie se ade na omo kɔ ho no alisa onom ko create scene keke ene no okoye eje se na bibi boni bi ewo ayinimo pact no ene one ko kire ye bibi sa bia na ni
okay
enti ene chema beti ne to sa no pada wuro frɛ yamwa
yes
ono so aka se na bibi boni bi na mistake bi enim enti eya kofisem ena na Canada Japan crop odie se na bibi wo mu ayenye ena oyeye mo ya mo ntie Canada Japan yie na ne kasa ne nsem mo fa bibi mfiri mu asem we ya okaye se polling station na se ebe bi constituency bi enipa me ensa to aba maame how come say mo se mo ha na bisa sa question we how come say unu se enipa me ensa to aba ma na se ye so to ye no ye yiwudie me ensa ene owie no kotugu ye sa na o kana edi se sa de this yes so to no unu say ye yiwu vote me ensa ba ye wie no mo akotugu yi anye sa adwene bia nim nyansa bia nim so betuma be ka kire yen say enipa me ensa to aba ma polling station but what ye ma 0 about one a secret ballot and the blackboard so and akwa no atike say me pewe enti obi a ho bia be unu say wanya we dabi enti ye de no hu say enipa me ensa to aba ma
you see that's be adeni boholoma hadwe kakra se yenyini kakra se sin first ne nketenkete still kwa yenyini sa but at least yetime kan de etiase enna that's bre me fa se bi anwumre ene fie anwumre na me se nyame alo ma kina nopa ye beba bichirim enti ye ba bichirim a document miensa bi document baako be se ye discuss mama panels ni obia bi ye ba be kan ho asem ti obia nko hwe ye ba ne aka ye de ama ya wada efiada memeda ebe aya afi na wo kan dru ba bi a obo break na we won person mo kire say meanwhile so hada me do yaba no me be say wo be checha ase no magana fo eti ase wo mo hwe ne ti ase afen afen na wo be hana yaba say cheche magana fo nti ase no wo say they were say say
there's a program I say no cry
what's a program that's it bre
no
peace pact different from election regulations and then the federal crumple
by there's
another
airline
baby open parliament abakwana rules and regulations
yes
fakawfo it rules and regulations rules and regulations in the becha will say ye beto aba no e wo police center ha police center number ni yesin wo beto ye beto aba no be bie post no 7 am wo ba emfa party atade emma emfa atade a obi e picture ebom emfa atade obi slogan ewom emma wo ba fa wo party ID card bra ana say wo betimi e de Ghana card aba ana fa passport bra wo birth set bra da akasa yes we are entitled to one vote post no be end ye be pon abato no mienu 2 p.m. ye no ni rules and regulations ni any sane man e wo ho ni nyina ye no e wo different booklet mi ye tworo na presidential peace pact die sanye man na bacho this is the first time ye koto aba e wo manganem enyema ye gina so ka se abato e wo police center ye twam ede papa ansa na police center abato ye betwam no ede papa ena form enye se ben kwasiafo bi o ma begina police station na wa be kontokwa
na ye se nti ye twam
because onye sa de a na police station ko kontokwa akotutu bro sa ko pra wo bi
enko first saba not boss di hwehwe from ye wi esa se papers no gum e kan
eno nti no wo mo ka se se irregularity bi anase ayibisi hono mu a bebetra ama ye twa batu no no me pacho it is not as simple as that it is not different from year to aba general elections and yes adia sene ka me pa
baby am
me ko ayi wale ya no se Dr. Bawumia ekrom ene ho ya sa election police station ba ko betenya 98% no me kwa me na wo for me se ja mo men ko konto kwa ha ya konto ka ne butu adash for me se pe e butu won ma e say infraction aba electoral infraction aba ye twam before ma jack ye kwa asen central oh yeah on was central ya kwa asen central e be ye to asen for su teacher training college na say fa college for education e ho no ma ya se de bobo na bibia ko bob adana wo yesa oh gain na da for call for no so
yes
ya kagu media ba kono ya no bin if you answer na ba ha tifeso fabra yes ya kagu enti de sade ni atwam ye ba wie no bo kere Japan ni krom
ya kwase no
yes entokwasi enti asen fosu mutio entokwasi enkofo bi a o ma ye wunim red akokontokwa e wo police station e wo asen fosu college of education ebe ho ne ye to aba enu nti odo bukere Japan krom aba ye twam where there can't even be cold war ebe ye war of ballistic missiles
na
unwa eti munya science ka say infraction electoral infraction bi aba it could lead to annulment of the poll. Please forget that. Yes sir.
Canada Japan ni team no and this for match for no de ama wo mo so mbeboa wo mo no ebe ya o mo nka nchem say o mo prom ba bi ntina because enya dia bibi sa abisi me I hope say when you trace come out so mo di abodam sem e wa bato no da no ade be chiam nyina adwen be sesa o be jai because like a see 2016 no uko jimi e wa polling center ha bia na ubako fia o ba na obate se Land Cruiser V8 o kono bako se bi die car ni center boat ebu enti mo bi entry he Canada Japan ni team no meetings upon meetings of NDC for ye nyinara when I say onim sem meeting a woni NDC for ye nyinara yenim
mame kwa
ma wanya na adwin say obesa aba no wawe dada wo hwe ne onam na hwe ndimi na kura odun say ono wa hu say wawe mame nkodi bone keke
medase mame kwa ahoma no so masisi ya mekase ye be ko ahoma so ne NPP National Youth Organizer Salam Mustafa Roadmaster ina ko di enkombo yenya ne tie se register na mo de kwoto aba no nipa bi omo ye test presidents with various tertiary institutions no ye yomu din afrim na womu nyina so hye National Youth Organizer ase na National Youth Organizer Salam Mustafa actual petition akwakoma election committee no but yen kodi nkomo yen confirm na yimu san say issues no e de say Salam, good afternoon. Let us say
good afternoon. Minia Gordon Asari Bediakon Abishapa
afe nkomatuye na ahoden wo ho na sika e wo ho na sika aba bebre na ododa so ye ntema na ye prepare akwakutu NDC aban na firi aban so.
Amen.
Na assemble na aba wacho petition akoma presidential election committee first of all confirm me so wacho bibisa na assemble na aba.
Yo medasi Gordon Michelle etia Untimi TV, Movement TV, Obia, my production team, Munina management, HR Mutie 4, Asha 4, NPP 4, Obia, Ghana 4, Michobia. First question, I can confirm, say, Miana Michos letter no come presidential election committee.
I see. Okay, thank you. The confirmation, I didn't say, I said, Benesi.
You made that say. Into minya letter from the presidential election committee. Letter to say on my receive petitions from presidential aspirants. Say Tescon lista yedi bayano. There were people and say on the wall listing also. So I said okay. Show me anyone who is not supposed to be on, and we'll work to see say whether nuclear and nuclear. And subsequent to that, Mikoshia presidential election committee, and I'm catching them and say, oh, there's challenge on the Tescon presidents are more appointment than year elected. Now I'm saying, oh, Uber Youth Winger. I'm not the first national youth organizer. In fact, the national youth wing existed before me. And it will continue to exist after me. Over the period, the national youth wing has developed its traditions and customs. Me, I have come to meet those traditions and customs. And me fa bibia and fan kan ho. Me di deputy national youth organizer under Supremo Samuel Wuku. And minim say Samuel Wuku time no ye appointment of some of the institutions, because any institution biana obetime election institutions no omo capacities are different. Into one tier you move big time in the way we handle Tescon issues. First and foremost, schools no omo calendar omo di ejuma. Schools no cry your categories of schools. Your teacher training institutions, and your nursing training institutions, your private universities, and your public universities, and your technical universities. And these institutions ni nano. Among calendar, are different. And it's a private university or more school. Sometimes the public universities may be on holiday. And Woba teacher and nursing training institutions now, they do this out in policy, because say woko training school, say woko siana wadani teacher, we year 1 year classroom training, church or methodology, senior kwanya obefa so actually kwara and so on and so forth. Now say you do akọ field so akọ say ni omo kire wo classroom no, what you say na obetime gina nkola nim akire omadie. We are na waba back to school na be tro nsohwe na yama wo license na woko na wa pass out as a trained teacher or nurse in the case of nursing training institutions. In Jomo calendar is different.
Salam me pato facha me gina hokitu ebi woka College of Education me call Wesley College ewo Kumasi na yekodi anniversary na nsenya I think somewhere November ho enti yekodi anniversary me call ye no na Wesley College Adampan because Adampan ni peni ho enipa wo ho na me no mu di nkobo no omo nyina kakra be wo no mu ye new fairly new people say omo ye freshers ya je so mo ba school ye enjay ana me Wesley College na me school prefect me men's secretary na mbuza se na men secretary ofa omo so woni ha no wo hen fa je school prefect wo hen fa yes woni ho omo wo hen fa ye se omo mie school
fantastic
enti no na new way for I think say November ya me call you no, yes November I'm talking about Wesley College enti me call wo na ho nyina e first year for ngwa e no school ho no it one shall walk because if na others no first omo new school that doesn't mean so mo wie school and so mo wie school it pa cho so the no can I'm getting to know your point.
Very good sir. What here thank won't you way nyina asia you may take a decision that is at variance with the dynamics on the ground, and that's exactly what the Presidential Election Committee did. Say omo committee no share the list. Omo will say a be elected, a be appointed. And the impression is that yafa koti kwanso ana boni adwem boni kwanso bi na ye di appointments no. Say omo nyina no, in fact me national youth organizer most of the time in community be amatem say me na mashe da appel crofo e di akoshim. So on beto aba am a presidential candidate ba obi. Enti ya said that challenge those particular appointments because you feel say if you change. But Gordon, let me make it categorically clear. Say I do not make appointments at various institutions. And yet men na me. The institutions in our regions, our constituencies. Enti regional youth organizers and that almost taking care of the day-to-day running of TESCO institutions. They report to me for policy direction and supervision. And to say, be compile list. They generate the list from the region. Now you are national. It's me and me appointments no edico. Perhaps teams echo validation. Into the people on the TESCO listening now going through the same process of validation. Into you say in fact on me NPP for on me NPP in Kuala Lumpur school. That one is not in doubt. Into international bang. And a presidential election committee they can say you made it because you feel say me appointed TESCO presidents into Yamamutu Abanibi. Anything after that meeting I decided to challenge the ruling of the chairman of the presidential election committee. I can try to say with all due respect your decision is manifestly unjust and arbitrary.
Listen, na call no say if you call so na ba regional na abedru ho na wo de fa na convey na wo de call
na me de call
wo de call ye no ma obi petition na ne petition asem no say e bi nipa bi qualify no na the basis na say and na PEC for no PEC presidential election committee no so no omo e ka say this is their ruling no omo basis ne say
omo ni basis bia
but omo anka basis bia. But what did they say?
I'm telling you, they don't have any basis.
Is it that you disagree with their basis, or they don't have any basis, or they didn't provide any basis?
Both.
Or how?
Both. Maybe.
Okay.
Meeting, no. I took my time to explain to them scenarios. Mamima Obako, University of Ghana, Legon. Last year, na yebe tuaba. The students disagreed on the album. Me who say tension at back campus, no, and there was a huge divide between them. I decided to say, put the election aside. May the IMC eba so. Na elections na na sisia freshers na ombeba no. Yaya new album, so we wrote to the dean and communicated our decision to the dean of students, and the dean of students subsequently gave approval. Say IMC, into Lebon your IMC. So this person, would you tell me say because the person is an appointed president in Timano Tuaba, with regards to these dynamics I just told you.
I will say, I didn't say nipa quality will be the petitioner bar. Let's say we investigating claims, no, and other allegations now. We respond to we for the case by case. Say
by case.
We are the buy, you know. Your investigation say God Ashanti Media will be a Wesley College 20 years ago. So he can no longer call himself the main secretary of Wesley College.
This is not what happened.
Then what happened? Because I want to understand it.
And I told them that if this is the case, if you're challenging the individuals on factors such as Nipa Kroni nye bona fide student of the institution, I'll concede and will remove the person. Nikacho committee no. Say ye jushemu na nipa no onye student. The person has no basis to be on the list. But the challenge is not say God as a Bediakun or listener so onye student. The challenge is that God as a Bediakun or listener so but or appointed president is manu to aba because God as a Bediakun as a salam and a dinashaho say onko to aba and from presidential candidates back. And that's why I said that this is manifestly unjust and arbitrary. And it goes to the core of our operations. And that is not the mandate of the Presidential Election Committee.
It dabena about attention say test company for no yes ye bomo to abani bi and now we saying
yeah checks no you will say it affects 59 institutions. It is 59 TESCOM presidents.
59 TESCOM presidents.
Yes.
Just a 59 institutions, tertiary institutions. Oh my God! Yeah, omoye NPP adwuma ewo ema NPP campuses no. And yes, ye momonto abani bi.
Yeah.
Okay, me patro da be na eba mo ho mote ana mo huye.
So meeting no on the 15th of January. 15th.
Last week
yeah. And a meeting. The following day, and I made a petition. No, the following day, in fact, the same day, I wrote the appeal, and the following day we submitted appeal to them. I didn't hear anything from them.
Okay, so
after no echo dying National Executive Committee.
Okay,
and I got directive from National Executive Committee say the PEC should go and do the needful and reinstate them.
Okay, but who petition January 16th, 2026 address to the chairman Presidential Elections Committee. It is January 16th and now what the quiet. Now we say you see what they are called notches and notch higher and they are neck.
National Executive Committee of the party. That's the third higher decision making body of the party.
Yeah, one a die and one almost saying.
Acting national chairman and a down.
And almost saying.
Yeah, meeting me issue no every year. Yeah, discussions no na the National Executive Committee directed say the PEC prepares a supplementary album and capture all the TESCOM presidents na omusi omu yi omo no fanka ho na omo to abandi. So all of them, unless there is a challenge to any individual, the person will vote.
And
the directive of NEC.
Sir, directive no, a word of mouth. Omo one the kind now so much Troy.
He was the Presidential Election Committee people were in the meeting.
Okay, no more. It is expected to say on by the Omakan.
Yeah, they listened. They were there when the directive was given to them. Now, when the General Secretary announced that we are directing the Presidential Election Committee in their presence.
And now 23rd January. And you know, Matnaso, I don't know, say this week, Matnaso, let's say one directive now. What is the latest? Omonye, Namabusa.
If they don't do it, they are in direct contempt of PEC.
They may say Omonye and Namabusa Omonye.
My first secretary of the committee, Yamwa.
Okay, so make my catch say a nanopa movement in the morning. The rule Ebusano, Yenini Kasawa, Emma Waka say. nipa be omu investigation no na omu deserve omu qualify say omu to aba it said the sanity according to an interview ni ye no it no meka just koso ane free ana pa akokohwe no na busa na ba mande ni yense ni ko say akosisen
no ono yamo he was speaking in capacity as there as what
as secretary to said the ka wo friend no na wo anya no say ka wo friend as in his capacity as secretary to the committee no say the status of the directive by NEC and ameboa esa na eso busa say kosi say no waka de ache ntino koso na busa it is a omunye ya go back to NEC because at the from work NEC catch omo say NEC say you know provincial register na mai why salam ana.
Of course, I'll do so. I'll report it back to NEC because among these who are there in direct contempt of NEC. Direct contempt, and I'll raise it. The same way, maybe I can call NEC, no. Omanya, I'll pursue them. Maybe so I can one especially when I know I am on the path of truth. Honor Yamwa as director of finance and administration. This I know. Whether party and mommy wants to be semi-final elections, call him and ask him, put him on the line. I mean, Bisano.
And then we afraid you know a test con dear no nyami albajuada you be test about busa you know it's mystery.
So the secretary should not be reckless in his statement.
We say one of the status of petition no. I will employ you to take it easy. I
am a manifestly fair person. That is why in preparing album last 2023 there was no challenge to it. I make sure that I say when I have at no period in time after Obi say I am ordering you, I am asking you, I am begging you to go and vote for a particular bida.
Me pacho obi awie school and amudi ndi ahyemu ana and a teacher bi and new campus bi and amudi ndi so ahyemu ana bibi sa ba wa attention na always say one day one na we final conveyor one more dey ba no obusa omo constituency na region obusa wo
me bisa
ana mo say
omo de ba ku bi eba attention to my attention say omo say this particular person school no in fact first of all you know I'm saying on a Juma school, and I'm saying my earlier statement still stands. If you want us to do the thing clean, Yenfa names one by one. Assume are you a student here? May a regional youth organizer. Now wait, dear would share no or why? How did the name come on the list? Now I verify from the regional secretary of the party in the particular region it is there. All of us together will now resolve the matter. That's how we do this thing.
Okay, it would be the best year. The best year, the best samba, but say you could him. Let's say, Ubi, it was school, movement university. Na, ya test con woho. Na say, Ubi, Ecofa will be din shemu, a ben, but calling your student, dear. Then about call your bodamuni pa, Busawomo, Nemo Mosako back to neck. Say, Munya resource be because I can't watch it. It will not be fair. Say will be a legitimate and you say ultimate to about the better franchise and
Nkolawe, Ejuma di omo ye party and Chomoka Omoko up and down, Omo organizing programs. About what they yes to because Omo appointed. But appointed me to me Ejuma.
Mate, salam, aye, would the best year because Momra Ejuma no. Obi weta be test con president through election or by appointment.
Yes. Wait.
Salam Mustafa, National Youth Organizer, but your question DBC, Nyamba Monday Bessa Abba Holm, Yadasi.
You me that.
That's the way. Asamuna and our hormone.
Yeah, serious. Me election petition, presidential election committee. Anka, if you're a Juma Moye, Omobra Moseno. Musika almost said no. Anka they need to be commended, not to be condemned. But any maybe also amoya. Say answer na kanswa and also the oyene beba. Sure, NPP is gradually losing students at more universities no. Because of a crime say ya so. Gradually. Womo lusu. Womo. Mekai Omoko Ashanti region, Akoto regional chairman Swaba, and also it should be by Yamates conform to be Yam fine Nukosini, Nan Yaman. But you expect to say, Tescon leadership no Juma, no more from membership and Mamon, no do election or not to Abamamo. No wonder. So last election acquire no universities be NPP Lusuye. And this are the causes Emma Omulusuno. Bese be so. Aba beto no. Yama obetu bi.
Yama obetu bi.
Anya ba obetu bi.
I think so. Also beto to national executive.
Okay. Say omo yanto omo so aba ya ponte wo mo.
But difference wo mo.
Difference wo mo say.
Be that obi in the state.
No. Tie. Say wo appointment election. Eduma bi a ya na ye saadi ehunahuna nipa.
There be me pa cho me ba. National chairman see ya to so aba. By your national director of communications ya to so aba. And ba okọ neck meeting.
Good.
And no me che say you see branches arms. Arm bia wo qualification bia utimi di gina ho. And say the fact is say yes say ya battle na running through nyina but obi dey say former chief of staff who ye chairperson of patrons so no ye nto so aba but obeto aba good that doesn't mean he say bia obi so oba bia wo say to so aba akwa it say polling station executive na ade no omo dey say to omo so aba test conference making wo ma cheche ba me yati ase se enye ba bia na to aba baby or by appointment and once the person is appointed legitimately when the lead test corner was school no and this one the president to school say whether appointment or election or qualify so to aba me my understanding they say there could be more to it na say be adequate because there could be more to it they say any panel position you see aim either by appointment or by election enti say enye ni ba konye ya toloso aba na say ya appointed by the legitimate body say one man meye TESCOM president dia enenka pek for no they have no business disqualifying such people.
Yes
eti ate say bianka ebia it should be smooth memom de ebia ye fa the case by case study a ebia ayi kakra biom for you know ni bi go pa no obi hon ma we TESCOM president but academic year no ending and they say we national service until what aso hold on with me suspect say ne man wom eti ebia no mudi to montenase
yes
no mo make sure say ye ni ye mrante ne maba wa ne hwabo
de omo ye ne de both pamo youth na free party
both national youth organizer and then impenifo and the pekifo and etinya both mpo national youth organizer and impenifo presidential election committee and the neck for omumian santenase sa 3 arms in tenase no mo nhwe no fa ye antu ye say ade no ade obenya obeka bi obebu sa me masem me ndi me answer
they will to me answer
adenti
me pacho at what time do you become a former TESCOM person
say ye to so abe
who ye TESCOM
who ye school
now nipa ni we school ye you still in school but abia or year service and answer or year my friend say
internship
or you still student until you are still TESCOM member so what can say we no so we disqualify now are you doing the right thing
you see said ye kind salam kind first na ye university bia no mu nyina eko atego first no de September JSS for obi assistant and I make us me call in fact last year me call Tamale twice me call Tamale College of Education me call no a handing over of TESCOM and the installation of new executive me call me na me kasa no me no kasa me that time was not be school
okay
it's almost to them no ya hand over and you know minim ebi at the time mo ye no but mo de list na ekọ no say me call ya no mo ye hand over no ebi at that time president na no wo ho no wo mo de ni din call ye ebi at that time no mo submit no din now o ma I hand over ma there's a new leadership it's a new leadership ni for mo din anko it could be say na ma controversy na beto mo nhwe because that's how you say as we intimi solve it.
Where are some cases intimi solve it?
We can be solved unless we wicked intention.
Okay.
Once in our church we can sit down and say hey be a way back so this is the way forward and that is the way forward. And I don't think so or no Tescom president or no one say why you handing over Amanu Baba be also be priatuaba. Because we know the rules. Now can't say yes. It is the moment anybody be general press obetu abani die and I say you have no right to go. Not just when him say or you still Tescom president and a Tescom member.
Okay.
Now me can't say because you cannot just go there and argue once you know say you are no more a member.
Okay. That Tescom issue no. As a party ni na fabre. Na omo tenase na omo hwe ni ye. Say na me kan Ashanti region for kotoaba issues akra ba. Ya ma Tescom phone to be. Because the national election no kra na eni na musa. Enti oni na do election so dia na mo mi say Tescom for there wo mo to be enye yi. So ma me say so to juma so na bi apanimu bi ko ba bi mo panipa ko bo mo akobo samama mamodi a ekotwe mo kan Tescom. And I'm not Tescom for. Every election they almost say mama Tescom for to my Tescom. That's one part.
Oh yeah, Tescom president. Outgoing Tescom president. Now who hand it over we are. What becomes your position in Tescom?
We are former Tescom president.
And no say ye bibia who be because when from the say chairman when you free so we are automatically become a patron of the circles.
Okay.
Now I'm saying Greater Accra Regional Circles chairman, former Boama or a patron of Greater Accra Regional Circles. It is still honestly a Kotoa baby now or but to be as a patron.
Media see me how I be who are dear no. Me raho.
Very
and your crow.
Share me raho in the sense say this is supposed to be the academic wing of the party.
More say no.
And the Obibet Makacha me say University of Ghana. Yeah, maybe University of Ghana. Yeah, students wo ho. Yeah, Tescom for wo ho. It's your leadership.
Is
somebody telling me say Wesley College of Education?
Yes.
It's your new leadership of Tescom, academic community.
That is the question.
And then there's controversy. Share there want to be time no more years election. Who say your matters conform to and you see the party should be ashamed of itself. We should be ashamed of ourselves. Tertiary wing of the party, not leadership. Then it embraces itself in the controversy. Yeah, you will say where there's a but
you see what you are saying. If party doesn't know, just conform are the future leaders of the party. Just conform. They are the future leaders of this party.
Why not say bring ground for
you private them now? They are not just say oh bubu ourselves foundation. Yo, what am I going to foundation?
Sorry. But council, yeah, that my council met now. My council met and say no. Nah. Foundation na bubu council. Now what will be our true leadership for you? And the future of the new patriotic party in Ghana. As a loyal member of the NPP, a lawyer committed to constitutionalism and good governance, and a firm supporter of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I approach this assessment not with blind sentiment, but with facts, reason, and an unshakable belief in the values that define our party. The choices we make, the stakes before us are high. The choices we make in the presidential primary will shape not only our electoral fortunes, but the trajectory of national leadership in the years ahead. Assessing Dr. Bawumia's performance, facts over sentiment. Interviewing facts over sentiment. Interviewing lawyer Charles Owusu Joanna. Lawyer, Yamakwaba.
Yeah.
Now what to say?
Me who you pa now say?
Na me adoma hodi e wa ha.
Me chicha we tie for no ma hwefo.
Na ja I be academic yin watching.
Matro pa.
But fa the leadership dia. Ye kwa kindergarten grandpa ye class prefect. Ai. Na me ka say na me ye ko bi na ye ba leadership. And now we say there are certain various theories of leadership. Ebi mu che leadership no ye de wo ebi so che se yisunya bebre wo ho meme de ne ye de wo ne ye sa de ye san sunya adekota be ka se ye de wo ne se yen nyina ye ko KG at age fast 4 years kurampa and as ye ko class 1 6 years ne ye kasi ye pe class prefect first day na nyina be ko school na obi anim ne yonko no ye kasi pe class prefect obenya fast nkra ne 20 obenya be 6 7 bia o maka say yen fa class prefect ma bi e de no mu sa akra no ya o mo se wono na yen ne class captain it was what the obeka say one fata no e be walk na do be class 5 afi ye pe obi so aba fo so wo sesu ne ma bi afi ono so betima ka say ye ka say afi ye fa ma wo no lawyer akwa ba biem ntok enko ma ye free hin
me komo ne die say the time ne no so
banyame anu ma chan be ba
ba china
nyame anu ma chan do pa ye ne lawyer better say wo be chire mu so
ye wo me say ye kwa ako akoni ye kono ye hio bi obedi yani mu kanea ye du akoni mu a abafo nyina betimi a support do ye wini fight no eno mu ho ne gina na background ne say akobi e ko first no ye di nkugo ba nipa bi o mo to aba wo sa krom ha no emi ba 4.2 say ebi nu say 4.2 ebi nu say 4.7 million nipa kwa 4.2 million and 4.7 million atu aba ma ye wura ba akobi ai de no ko e yes akosa akuni biom de free ye ba chile ni sa ko e sa 4.2 or 4.7 million on do my imagine that I just one more train no matwaba
okay
kakra na esi enyaka ho a ebi ana etimi awini akono na asaba amrem political party die ayi fensen abaimu na pese eko because political party na adwuma ne say ye hyehye ye nioma na se wini a na enya power na ye de aye nioma pese ye fesiete ye
ball
enti no bibia enye seed bitimi awini ne de ye ntimi fa nya adwuma na me ayi na me chiro en o china me abe webue mu ye because time ni no me chiro bibi said there's an impending danger na impending danger ne chire say ye nuanom bi no a omo contest no ebi no wo ho a abans asem efefo yenka so omo ayeboni bi o abans sem afefo de hwe ye nuam NDC fo no maba aban mu na omo de bibia bebe bi omo de be ye adwuma o enti ube hu ni ato ye nua bi ni ye de nakọ aka kakra me ye kọto aba no na omo de na fa mra kwa so ye se ye na fim na je ye nya kwan fo bi san fa mabio enti so hu say ne impending danger no enti owura Canada Japan sa boy bi a omo kunu a ben sa target tiger eye Ahmed Swali yeah obo didi wo ho ye ba power enti na de no eye din na be hwe na fe owura Canada Japan na ba forward na fe du ba bia ye ntimi ndan ye ho a na akoye bibia wo ho na fe ye ho a kire ne akoluzu election no the aim of the parties so no say e was see winning elections na eba
okay my who you know me show article no baby say impending danger. Candidate personality, legal risk, and then electoral prudence. And Asel Bebe say the NPP cannot risk going into a national election with a candidate whose campaign could be derailed by court appearances, investigations, or credibility crisis. Dr. Bawumia presents the cleanest, safest, and most credible option from both a legal and political risk standpoint.
Certainly, what I'm making. And your personalities, no so. Personality Ghana, dear. Who say, Obi wa hu Brasia, Ghana for Penasempa. In fact, Yura, Nanado. I'm not for so near Brasia. Odu baby also hin sorry na Unchiano. And in your manoma be brave. And to a mamma for a party no because of Sanyo Manoma Webi. Or Rabba, me don't do one wakoto. Onana Brebre, wakoto. Obedu baby decide that Bawumia campaign or ye won't this what did you be a temuta won't this what can you but or can I say me ba when way and yes on ye bida oh ya Bawumia 8 years as a running mate and the experience when you were a party and 8 years as a vice president or the interoperability and in your policies be about me chen ya the man or executor where executor not say critic jobs be brave kroma say ya the nako ya ton na wie amount for train ya the nasa be see chance no so no matter it in that time when you see ye backtrack it
but council sa ade no legal issue be to say Ameriswale ade Ameriswale as say krampo die aban na nkasa afale no prosecute was when you interested in beam it is any that one is a mutu
nolly prosecute kire say prosecutor not by no and attorney general and say a case we mean to us it is not the end of the matter. Another prosecutor bit or no nkasa commit mass of sana you say I feel when a lot of evidence in Joe obeto aso what you say
by end no if I can find home
well attorney general
I'm talking about Robert Japan
when the issues came up nidi ba mu bi investigations yenya wie prosecutor to say NDC for growth ya na ye di o masema o kota ye di ya oba beka say no le prosecutor e no just say no SEO I be another prosecutor be beba ochina and as you changes attorney general we na another attorney general by within this currency over the guys cases in kwame person me trust because me who say no the prosecutor just the case nasa a judge be in the assembly can say assembly medienu my friend the guilty and I'm friend the guilty. It's something that can be brought up and then there impending danger no and you say be honorable Kennedy Japan why allegations no but the buy no affect no there be
but politically we be like I say hey and the woo ye crampo no argument now advance no though it may be politically prudent so be make is advance there no we say hey and then because we so say honorable Kennedy Japan be win and say we person we yes there na go focus say one hwe we win kwa be ye assemble to no so we kai there kwame piani kwame piani ba no person be contest no me kai say saa de ni si ma ye ma
me some and I would disqualify
yes
it's
be no
ti nkofo na ye no content no from NDC now open who say elections here ye omu win 2024 elections omu win to say that they be me catch my analysis no me say NDC for vote no I appreciate any big time bia in terms of 2020 elections no a president is so onya be 6.3 million votes 6.3 ne kakra bi kam 2020 onya 6.2 million votes it be 100,000 me into omo vote no e cost through by only about 100,000
yeah about 100,000 yes
you vote to the T for about 2 million votes to T by compare Nanado yes who compare Nanado vote now Nanado vote to nya 2020 which was 6.7 million votes now Ediani lose elections now going to 2028 omunim says we are panic it is NPP for ne ba sorry so beto there's a likelihood so be lose no they will throw anything at us you say cautious because okay Mr. PNM DA Mr. PNM DA is solid in fact papa no so is solid last minute they then buy
and some I mad in the court
my member example be to say cathedral assembly ayekin and this force kai omo opposition omo kaya as a cathedral no go for diska and go fire say and go fire say and omo baba omo probe 1 year ni yetimi fa ni baba akokura nkokos we diska na yetimi ka say we diska and we diska it's propaganda dey omo propaganda machinery very powerful it is all will be called 2028 so make sure say nipa no there is no essence one betime use as a propaganda base very important because 2024 elections was won on propaganda
okay and as at now and they 23rd aka 8 days na ye kwakoto aba no and if nyame adoma e kina na aka 1 week see ye to aba na a new assessment a minute
in my assessment former vice president Dr. Mahmoud Dobani obe win